Apple has had the same problem for literally years now, and no, the new iPhone, the iPhone 11, the iPhone Pro, whatever, ain't gonna help. Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck? Of course you do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. Happy Monday. We're coming back. We're coming in real hot like. Super hot fire! Since the news cycle has been a lot slower right now, you've been getting less and less of this show. So to fix it, we put our genius minds together, came up with a genius plan, and that is just less in the episodes. For just a temporary amount of time, we're going to do one story per show, dive a little bit deeper. I'll give you more of my opinions. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to try it so you get a show every single day this week, but we're covering just one thing. We might like it, we might hate it. We'll find out. All right, so story numero uno, only story for today. Let's talk about Apple, more specifically, what's going to happen when these new iPhones are released, if it's going to help at all. All righty-tighty. So, as you know, the market as a whole, sales are declining. In terms of smartphone sales, declining year over year. It's happening for everybody. But right now, let's just point to Apple. Apple is just selling less and less iPhones. And it's not because they suck. It's not because the iPhone sucks. We'll get to that. Right now, though, I want to show you a brand new research report from Strategy Analytics. The study itself really talks about the market as a whole, specifically within the US, saying US smartphone replacement lengthens to 33 months despite strong interest in 5G. So you mean, despite all the innovation, people don't care? I, for one, am shocked. The main issue here, according to this study, is that, simply, customers are just holding on to their shit longer. For example, the average person is holding on to their Samsung device for about 16 and a half months. Now let's point to Apple. The average Apple consumer, the average person buying an iPhone, uses that phone for around 18 months. Again, these are average people, the people that you and I are disproportionately outnumbered by in the market. Okay, so what's going on here? I know a lot of you are probably like, it's because Apple doesn't innovate. Apple's so slow. They don't do anything for anybody. They don't innovate anymore. They're not Apple anymore. Man, I swear, every average consumer would just fucking upgrade if the display was 120 hertz. The specs, man! The specs! Everyone would just run to the store and buy the new phone. I know it.
I don't believe you.
All right, let's reverse engineer this, okay? Let me teach you some things. We know the problem right now. People are holding on to their phones for a longer period of time. So what would make them let go of that device? What makes them willing to upgrade? Let me teach you how the market works, all right? It's time to learn with Jern. It's time to learn with Jern. Ba-doop-ba-doop-doop-boop. Boop. I'm gonna tell you right now, no, it's not a new feature, it's not a new thing that makes people want to switch. Maybe you, maybe somebody in the comment section, but not the average person that's holding onto their device. There's only two things that will help a person switch, make them want to switch. There's two things that smartphone companies need to realize. No, it's not innovation. The number one reason people will buy something new or switch to the newer device is frustration. Frustration is really the key pivot point for any consumer in any market, period. Not really just smartphones, but it is a big thing to consider. Why, if someone's happy or content with the device they're using, why would they switch? They need to be frustrated. Either their device is too old, and devices right now are being built really, really well. A lot of them all across the board, iOS, Android, they're all really solid devices that last longer. So hold on to it longer. You're not frustrated. When someone becomes frustrated, when the device becomes slower or something's broken, they become frustrated enough to want to spend the money to get the new thing. Frustration is the key to change across the board. That's the number one reason someone would switch. They're frustrated. The thought of, oh, maybe I need a new phone, does not come until after the thought of, oh, I hate my current phone. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen, number one reason someone buys a new phone. Frustration. Number two, the second reason people buy new phones. Convenience. It just has to be convenient and painless enough for someone to want to go ahead and make the switch. It's not as convenient anymore. Remember when wireless contracts were a really, really big deal and those wireless networks made it easier to just upgrade to a new device? You pay like $100 or $200, they cover the rest of the subsidies. That was convenient. And now people still do that every 2 years when they have an upgrade. Kinda, how we mentioned earlier, how people are using their iPhones for almost a full 2 years because they get an upgrade. It's convenient to go ahead and get the new one. But there is something that smartphone manufacturers can do to make it more convenient for consumers at any given time. Price. Right now, prices of these phones, not convenient. $1,000, over $1,000 for some of them? Nah, that is not. When I think of things that are convenient, that is not it. If Apple wants to solve this problem and get the people that are spending 18 months with their iPhone to go ahead and buy the new one, it's okay to make that upgrade. If Apple wants to fix that problem, they have to meet that consumer halfway. I don't understand the notion of like, oh, we made it, so you should buy it. That's never ever going to work. If you want to beat them in that 18-month span of holding onto their iPhone, jump in the middle with a phone that costs less. It's why the iPhone XR has been so successful. We need more of that mindset. If Apple wants to sell more phones, move in the direction of the iPhone XR. But they will not. They won't. So nothing will happen. This year, in a couple weeks, we're going to get brand new iPhones and nothing will change. Rinse and repeat until Apple gets their shit together. Until all of these manufacturers figure out what the market actually wants. Again, I hate being the only guy fucking saying it. Frustration. Convenience. That's it.